But it's amazing. We stood right here. I mean, I'm 50 years old now, and I was standing here on this culvert at 8 years old. I mean, it's kind of bothers me a little bit, but so I learned so much right here. I mean, this culvert's got wing walls that run out, and a culvert comes under, but they'd sit right there out of the current, sit right there out of the current, and always in this little line here. I got a lot of memories right here, boys. And this was always a groomed place. It's kind of grown up now, but I miss these days. This right here is where I cut my teeth and had my fun. So I started my career off in sales. I sold heavy trucks, my whole life. That was what I was born to do. It felt like my dad was a used truck manager of a heavy truck dealership, and I went to work for a Kenworth dealership early on, and it was my career. And it lasted about 9 years, roughly. And my dad went in the wholesale business, so I jumped out, went with him, and he and I just kind of traveled the whole Southeast buying equipment from leasing companies, and it was a good deal. But in 2010-ish, when the economy kind of crunched down a little bit, we were trying to feed two families out of one income, and I bailed and started a whole nother career in the auto body repair business. So my in-laws owned a body shop, and I started out as an estimator, worked my way up to general manager, and it was rolling on good, and we thought we were going to own that business, but circumstances and things change, and I wound up unemployed, and I had just qualified to fish FLW Tour at the time through the Coastals, and I told my wife when I got home that day, I was like, what are we going to do? She said, well, you qualified to fish, you need to try it. So never really crossed my mind to fish professionally. I mean, I had always been a dream, but that's all it was a dream. So the door opened up for that to happen, and we jumped in with both feet with very little money and very little rod and reels and a whole lot of a bad boat at the time, and we upgraded and went fishing.
Buddy Gross, the best of all the rest.
Yeah, I've been blessed. Even when I was in truck sales, we traveled all over the country, different places. Just nothing ever felt like home. I couldn't ever wait to come back home. I raced back home whenever I'd fly out, drive out, whatever I did, I was ready to come home. But the cool thing is about right where I sit right now, I can be at Chickamauga Lake in 45 minutes. I can be in the upper end of Gunners in 45 minutes. I can be at Nega Jack in 30 minutes. I mean, it's just a perfect place for a Tennessee River kind of guy, and that's what I grew up with. We've got some Coast River, the upper Coast River, Weeks Lake. It's only about an hour away. And of course I can be at Lanier in an hour and a half. So it's just a great location. I mean, you can get anything you want within a couple hours from right here, any kind of fishing. And I have such a network of friends that communicate well with me that raising my family here, there's just no place better than Chattanooga, Tennessee. I mean, it's a big small town. That's the best way I can do it. I call it Gig City now. I think we got the fastest internet in the country now. So it's bringing diversity to our town. It's making the town a lot different, but it's growing the town, and it's a beautiful place. I mean, we got a little gorge over here that looks like a little canyon or a Grand Canyon, and got hiking, biking, kayaking. I mean, there's so much to do, and there's no place I'd rather be than Chattanooga, Tennessee. Well, this is our 4th year. Third year? Bella went to a whole overnight horse camp 3 years ago, and the girl, when we went to pick her up, said, how long has Bella been riding horses? We said, other than the quarter machine at Kmart, this is about the first time she's ever been on a horse. And they was like, y'all are lying. I said, no, we're serious. I mean, she's never been on a horse. They said she's a natural. So I thought they was just pulling my leg. I said, what y'all got for sale? They said nothing. I thought they was trying to give me a sales pitch. But one of my buddies, is the weirdest thing, one of my buddies a few days later knew that Bella had been to that camp. He's like, hey, my daughter just got a softball scholarship and she's not gonna ride her horse no more. I got one I'll sell you. I was like, dude, I ain't really wanting to buy no horse. He's like, well, it's already over there at the barn that she's riding at, taking lessons, and he said it's already there, she might as well try it out. So she tried it out, she liked it, and he's a fishing guy, so I was like, dude, I got a little bit of money and 2 rod and reels, brand new. He's like, deal. So I traded, I think it was $500, $400, and 2 rod and reels for a horse. I thought, well, I got out cheap. Everybody thought about how expensive this deal was, and I thought, well, I got out cheap. And we had it boarded over there. It was a great deal. We didn't have none of this. We didn't have nowhere to put it. We had a house here and a bunch of fields. Next thing you know, I got 2 horses, fences, horse trailer. She just took off with it. She's done really, really good. I'm proud of her. She's very competitive, and I like to compete. and I know it's in her blood. So, and she's good at what she does. I mean, like for a 14-year-old kid, I mean, there's better, but there ain't a lot better, you know. So, I think we're on the road is more with her than they are with me, because we go for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday a lot, and horse trailer's got 11 quarters in it. We usually haul 3 horses. Got a golf cart in the front stall, so when we get there, we kind of ride around and check everybody out, and it's kind of like a little vacation. It puts us all in our tight quarters, and we're doing a lot of family stuff. So family's important to me, because that's all I got. So when we come home, we're all about her. So she just don't know how lucky she is, because we put it all in. We're investing a lot in her with all this stuff. So, and not that my parents didn't. They give me a rod and reel and a flat bottom boat, and I'm giving her a horse and a trailer. So we have a good time with it. She's the rock, I mean, to be honest with you, because if I have a bad day, she gets to listen to it. If I have a good day, we get to share it together. But just the support of a spouse who knows how much pressure you're under, and she allows you to live your dream out. And if this thing crashed and burned, she's right there with me. I mean, that's the coolest part about our relationship. We're best friends. She has my back, I have her back, and it has to be that way. I could not do what I do without her being there and supporting it and knowing she's got my back. It's so awesome. I mean, it's the greatest part of my life right now. It's the faith in that we have in, you know, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I mean, is it. But every time I worry or stress, you know, we have a family talk, my wife and I. It's usually just her and I. She says, Lord's got it. We just live with it. I'm Buddy Gross, Bassmaster Elite Series Pro.